Hi there, it's Carolina Lead.
And meteorologist Bobby Deskins.
Yes, who's been very busy tonight, and we are fortunate enough to have a family who right now is in the U.S. Virgin Islands, I believe in St. Thomas, willing to talk to us about what they're seeing right now. Michelle Champ, I believe it is. I'll check with her when she's able to join us. Let me let her know we're up.
Oh, there she got a picture of her.
Yeah, so she said. So she's going to join us as soon as she's preparing for this Facebook Live. But it's an opportunity for us to hear from somebody who is on an island right now preparing for this.
So, and they're on the the U.S. Virgin Islands.
U.S. Virgin Islands.
St. Thomas?
St. Thomas is what I believe. I'll double check when she gets on here. But this woman, just to give you some background, just as she comes on, she and her husband both decided to travel the world with their two children. They're 3 years old and 1 year old, I believe, and they're very young. They're toddlers, and they have seen so much of the world. I mean, they've been to Europe. She'll be able to tell us more. But now they are, on St. Thomas, and at one point, Bobby, they were trying to get a charter plane to get off, and were not able to do so. So it's obviously very scary for them as they, prepare. I've been watching their Facebook feed. I'm just keeping an eye on the comments because it's showing, things like their hotel room boarded up. You can see the shutters up, and then as she talks about, her concern, obviously, about being there and not being able to leave.
Right.
So,
are you guys about to start this?
Yeah, we just started. I'm sorry, I thought I yelled at you. Sorry, Dar. Yeah, you got time. All right, yeah, she's supposed to be joining me in just a second.
And being, can you imagine, we're worried about here in Florida, of course, but you imagine having your little kids there in an island like that.
Oh, no, I can't even. Sorry, I'm just going to scroll to see if she's here yet.
And basically having a 185 mile per hour hurricane bearing down on you.
Right.
185 miles per hour. That's a record for the Atlantic Basin. Gusts are going 225 miles per hour. I mean, it's incredible. I've never seen it. Not in the Atlantic like that. But bottom line is, that storm is moving through there tonight. Tonight and tomorrow. It'll move right over St. Martin overnight tonight and early tomorrow morning. St. Martin and Anguilla. And in fact, they're small islands. The diameter of the eye is 29 miles, almost 30 miles wide. You could basically fit both Anguilla and St. Martin in the eye wall, and it may actually happen overnight tonight. So a long, rough night for them. Now the winds are at 185, the gusts at 225. It just seems unfathomable. Now not every bit of that eye wall has that wind in there. They find when the planes are out there, the recon's out there, they tend to find the highest so they can know that the extent of it. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get 185 mile per hour winds there, but winds are going to be incredible. 7 to about 11 foot storm surge. Storm surge is not the biggest problem, at least on St. Thomas, because there is some elevation, Okay. But like Anguilla is going to have a much bigger problem with that. St. Thomas, where they are, they'll be worried more about trees down, wind damage type of thing.
Yeah.
Flying debris. Windows, if you have windows, a lot of places like that have bars on the windows.
Wow. Sorry, I'm not. I'm
do what you
just
gotta
checking for them to see, make sure I'm not missing them here.
But that's going to be something that they're going to be really concerned about.
Okay.
Florida strong, Crystal says. Yeah.
Is it? Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're watching it, it's like foggy.
You can see it's foggy here.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Is
just
that a little better?
Carolina steaming it up.
Is
There
she
you go, that's
there?
better.
No, not yet.
That's
Let me
better.
keep
Some kind
looking.
of light in it.
Is it? Yeah. Oh.
Oh, is that what it is?
No, I don't
Oh,
know
is
what
it the light
is.
hitting you?
No, I think there's something wrong with your phone.
Oh, here she is. Let's see.
You dropped it one too many times. You get a certain number of times to drop your phone
yeah.
before you pick it up and go, that time I did. So this is crazy. They're called the retired toddlers.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's really cool to be able to go. That's gutsy.
Sell your house, Bobby. Take your 3 kids on the road.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, their story. I mean, it's and their whole point of doing it, obviously they want their kids to experience, an opportunity to see much of the world, but also to inspire the rest of us to travel more. So she says she's on. I'm trying to see.
I have some friends who did that bought a sailboat
Oh.
And they're free divers. In fact, my buddy Ren married this girl who is a world record holder, free diver.
Free diver. Wow.
And that's what they do. And he actually has a blog. I forgot the name of it. He's going to kill me for not knowing it, but it's a blog. I think it's something like Going Without, because the sacrifices, you don't have a house, you don't have a bunch of cars, you don't have any of this stuff. You have life experiences. You know what I mean? It's just you take a different route.
Oh, Michelle says she did a few times.
Does she like your page? Is she a friend of yours?
I told her to like the WTSP page. Sorry, everyone. We're just trying to.
We're in contact with
Michelle,
her here. We're messaging her right
Michelle,
now.
just go ahead and you said you sent a couple of comments, huh? Let me see. I don't see it. Let me just ask under what name I asked her. Make sure it's sometimes she has that page, right? Retired toddlers,
Right.
but then you have to be an admin. So I just want to make sure it's under her name, Michelle. I don't see it there. Give us a second, everyone. Very sorry. This will be great. Hopefully.
We haven't heard anything yet.
I haven't seen it, right?
Yeah, no, I haven't seen it come up at all.
Let me just say, yes, I liked it. Okay. Yeah.
20 sandbags for Oldsmar residents. Glad we saved some from the last time. Yeah. Major flooding, whenever a hurricane, any kind of normal hurricane, I have to say that after Harvey, but anytime a normal hurricane's coming towards the area, I'd say 6 to 12 inches of rainfall. It's just a rule of thumb. And then you look at how big it is, how fast it's moving, slow it's moving, and then you can adjust the rainfalls and where it hits. So people are talking about sandbags online.
Okay.
And so we are still in that stage to figure out exactly where it's going to go. So we don't exactly know right now. So getting sandbags is a good idea if you get kind of flooding. But I'm trying to get the word out that this is not Harvey flooding. Harvey is a hurricane that's just stopped right over the area and then slowly backed up and then slowly moved away, but at the same time it kind of skirted the same area. It's just incredible.
She said she's on. Let me try one more time.
And so that didn't. That's a little bit different. So yes, we have potentially a hurricane coming this way, but we don't have necessarily 40 to 50 inches of rainfall coming. That's what they had in Harvey. So we don't want people thinking that what they see on TV right now is exactly what's going to happen here. In fact, we would have more of a wind issue here if it comes right up the center of the state.
Sorry, Bobby.
Well, that's all right. When is evacuation zone E told to evacuate? That would be the last one. A, B, C, D, E. Yeah, that's Cat 5. So that would be, we would have those type of evacuations. Those are for storm surge. And that would be if the storm system was coming up the western side of the state of Florida, up the Gulf of Mexico. So that's a storm surge issue for you.
Hey, Stan. Can you help me?
So you guys have any questions since we're here? We could turn this into maybe a little bit of a
I don't know. I'm looking on a
Q&A for Irma.
Okay.
The name of the
It's
Hurricane
retired
Irma. What about
toddlers or her
what
name
about that
Michelle?
market?
Sorry.
What about that?
All right. Let's see here. You're talking about preparations tonight. I was going through my kit, everything I have. I'm pretty good. I'm
Are
make
you?
one more stop. Yeah.
Good.
Because you warned me. Huh? Michelle, but she said she posted under Retired Toddlers, which is the website or the Facebook page.
It might be a problem with the page.
Could be.
This needs to be a personal account.
Has to be a personal. Okay, let me let her know.
If she can do it, if she has a separate account, just try it that way.
Did you see her, Stan? No.
She said she has a comment. All right. Well, I guess we'll keep chit-chatting until we can get her on here. She has a personal page. She'll try and do that next. Yeah, so.
I have 2 aunts in Kissimmee, Florida. Hello from Long Island, New York. At one point, the modeling last week had it right over top of New York City.
Oh, really?
Literally landfall right in New York City.
That's spaghetti.
Yeah. Well, no, it was
No.
one of the, I think the GFS model had
Oh,
that.
got it.
And then it also had it, maybe even the European, it also had it in Boston.
Okay.
So at one point it was from Boston to New Orleans. Was the
What a
place.
distance.
It's starting to hone, and now we're getting closer in time. It's starting to get, the Carolinas, maybe the panhandle of Florida. It's looking like more Florida than anything else right now, but that could change. How do I find evacuation level I'm in? Your utility bill. Where do you live? A lot of times your utility bill will have it printed up in the right-hand corner. You can also go to your county website. Whatever county you live in, go to that website, .gov, I'm sure it is. And a lot of those you can actually add your address into, and it'll tell you right away what
nice.
it is.
Like a database.
But if not, just look for search emergency management Pinellas County, emergency management Hillsborough County, something like that.
Right.
And you'll find they've got a lot of stuff online, lots of good information. Because here's the thing, you need to be aware and prepared for yourself. First responders are going to come out and help you. They do as much as they can. If we were to have a big storm come through, you really need to have as much of this taken care of it for yourself and not rely on a bunch of people to do this and just come get you or anything like that. You got to kind of know where you would go. All right, so I'm asked to evacuate. Where do I go? Where's the shelter? Well, you can find that out right now. Now, they may have 22 shelters in Sarasota County. They're not going to open all 22 necessarily. So that fluctuates a little bit.
Depending on the need.
Depending on the need. And so they will, if they come around and tell you that you need to be evacuated, they'll likely be able to tell you which shelter they're going to open up.
Okay.
So they do have different issues as far as that's concerned.
Okay. I did see the Nextdoor app, just an example, has been really helpful. A lot of my neighbors have been posting about where to find sandbags and just I mean, you can get a lot of that information.
I haven't used that.
You haven't used it? It's helpful. It's because there are a lot of people who do not know where to go, so kind of neighbor helping neighbor online. So
we our neighborhood has a Facebook page, so we kind of get that information from there as well too.
Right.
Get the 10 News app for your phone, because when there's evacuation, if there's evacuation, and where, we'll send that information out right here. It'll be an alert. You'll hear a dink, you look down at your phone, and it's an alert from 10 News. Just touch it, it'll open it right up and tell you what it is.
And as we continue to talk now, she said her husband's going to do it. His name is Jake.
Okay.
I believe is what, so keep an eye on it.
Okay, we'll look for Jake. Yeah, Donna, all toll roads are free right now, and that'll go, I'm sure, for the duration. Yeah, the governor did that today, so help people move around and about, and perhaps get going if they want to go anywhere at this point. There are no evacuations for our area here in Tampa. Miami is supposedly will start some tomorrow, and I think Monroe County. There's Jake.
All right.
Yep, Monroe County will do it tomorrow.
Don't want to hit the wrong thing.
Yeah. Monroe County will do it tomorrow, or already has. That's the keys for the keys.
Okay. So it's inviting right now the family that we mentioned at the beginning of Facebook Live. Hopefully they'll be able to. My concern also is because of where they are, the connection. I wasn't sure what they're,
And that may still be an issue, but they're streaming us. They're able to hear
I'm
us.
chatting with her over here, so.
So hopefully that works. Can you imagine it's probably starting to get a little breezy there for sure.
Yep.
Almost a little windy at this point. I haven't, see if I can find some weather on my phone here for St. Thomas.
Okay. And it's funny, when I
St.
was
Thomas,
looking
right?
at
I'm gonna confuse
St.
it with St.
Thomas,
John's.
St. Thomas, yeah. Bobby, and you know this better than I do, but I was looking at the Facebook Live they did earlier in the afternoon. It's gorgeous. As they're, you see the shutters are up, and then it's so calm and so gorgeous. And I'm thinking, you could see how nervous she was.
So the latest report as of 8 o'clock, I'm seeing winds 15 miles per hour. It's nice. 82 degrees, beautiful there, calm. It's probably a little too calm, you know what? Almost a little eerie.
Just want to make sure they accept the invite. Oh, he didn't come up. Let me try one more time.
Try one more time.
I need you to send this up. I don't have.
Maybe they have to accept it, right?
Access and where's the script so I can see?
Hi there.
Hi.
Hey, it's working. What's up, guys?
So it's Jake and Michelle, right? And then tell me your last name. I think I'm butchering it. Sean?
Yeah, that's definitely Sean.
Sean.
That's right.
And then tell me the kids' names and their ages.
And you want to go ahead?
Henry and Jagger.
Henley is, how old are you?
4.
And Jagger is?
You.
And 2. Wonderful. Well, this is Bobby, and I'm Caroli.
guys.
Hello. Thank you for joining us. So why don't we start with what you're seeing? What is it looking like right now?
Well, right now it's pitch black in here. It actually gets pretty dark pretty early in St. Thomas, like what, around 7?
Yeah, we're very far east in the time zone, so the sun sets early here.
And we have our hurricane shutters all shut. We're enclosed right now. We had like a curfew of about like 7, I think, tonight, to have the hurricane shutters shut, and then just everything kind of bagged up and kind of get out of the outside. Although I don't think it's supposed to hit here for a while.
Yeah, it looks like almost overnight, if not near sunrise tomorrow morning, kind of early in the morning. But it's going to be a bad fall.
Yeah, do you want to tell something? Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
I got a red boat.
Yeah, the hurricanes can get the boats too.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. But we tie them up, right? We try and take care of the boats just like Mom and Daddy take care of you, right?
Right? Yeah. Did all the boats leave the bay today?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're in a little cove, so we're feeling a little bit better about that.
Good.
And there's a lot of boats out there, but over the last couple of days, it dwindled down. There was like one left this morning, and then I saw that one go too. Yes. Okay, they might have some questions for you.
I was going to say, the hotel staff, have you noticed them doing anything in particular, getting food and water to, the people staying there?
Yeah, we're staying at in a complex of apartment rentals, vacation rentals, along with a resort right next door. So throughout the day today, everyone was doing a lot of preparation, getting sandbags filled up down at the beach, putting plywood up over the restaurant windows, all of that. So a lot of preparation, but besides that, it was a gorgeous day today. There's no signs of a storm coming whatsoever. It was a beautiful day here today.
That's usually the case, too. And it'll be nice right afterwards, too. You'll have a beautiful day.
Yeah, we enjoyed it while we could. I mean, we looked at some options to try to leave again today, and it just didn't work out. And so we feel like we're prepared at least the best we can be, and it's a little comforting to know where we're at here in St. Thomas. We met a couple people down at the pool tonight that are locals that actually came here, left their houses and came to this.
That'll make
They feel like it's the safer area, so I'm hoping that the locals are right.
Very good. Do you have a hurricane kit? You got some juice boxes for the kids or things like that?
Yeah, we've been preparing for a few days, boiling water to have some extra water on reserve. So we've got gallons and gallons and gallons of water. We've been cooking extra meals and get those frozen so we have some meals ready to eat over the next few days, thinking we may be without power for several days, not weeks.
Right.
Now, you're from the Tampa Bay area, correct? So you know what it takes to prepare.
We are, yeah. I mean, we lived in Tampa for quite a few years, and although we haven't really had a Category 5 come at us when we were there, so it does feel a little different, a little bit more on edge, I think you probably saw in some of my videos that I did, but I know you want to talk, honey. You can talk in a minute. Yeah, I feel like we've done what we can, and now we just have to ride it out. So we're feeling pretty confident, although I'd be lying if I said I'm not still pretty scared. I mean, especially with kids.
Your mom.
It's a little nerve-wracking when the unknown, right?
I think you guys, more than anybody else, though, would probably be a little bit more prepared. Just stepping out and doing what you're doing with the kids already in your lifestyle is it's kind of daunting to many parents. We have small children, and vacation is fun, but a vacation could be work. And if you're going to do it for a living, that's great, but that's work. And so I think you guys you'll handle it pretty well. Especially, it sounds like you're in a really good spot.
Yeah, no, we are. I mean, we've kind of, you get used to it. I mean, it is, you're right. Like when you vacation with kids, sometimes after vacation, you need a vacation. But we've kind of worked this into more of a lifestyle. So we're not going somewhere and then having to do everything, or like vacationing, going out to dinners all the time, everything. We make it more of a lifestyle. So we're in St. Thomas for a month. We'll be in the Caribbean for 3 months, and we cook at home a lot. We make it more of a lifestyle. We keep the kids' naps as much as possible and that sort of thing.
Wow. And so just so that, because I'm sure there are people on here who are like, wow, that's fascinating. Obviously, we're talking about Hurricane Irma, but it's Retired Toddlers, right, is your Facebook page in case people, how many countries have you been to?
Yeah, we've been to 15 countries this year. So we did an around-the-world trip. So we went all the way around the world. And since then, we just decided to spend the rest of the year in the Caribbean.
Oh, okay. Smart. Have you run into any severe weather?
This is the first real impact thing, I would say, that we've run into. We've really had it quite easy, pretty smooth ride everywhere we've been for the most part, right?
I mean, the Arctic Circle was cold. You can call that impact weather.
Wow, you took you guys are brave. Well, we really wish you guys the best. We hope you're safe through the storm. We appreciate you talking to us.
Thank you, and I know it's late, so I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Did you want to say
Kids
something?
wanna
Lisa?
talk?
Yeah.
She wanted to tell you about hurricanes.
Okay.
Oh, please.
Go ahead.
Well, hurricanes are hurricanes actually have the wind can collapse a tree.
The wind can collapse a tree. Mm-hmm. And what does it do? Go spin, spin, spin?
Yes, spin because it has color because you go how the wind.
It spins and it has colors because we've been watching the TV. It spins and it has lots of colors to say how fast the wind's going.
And it can be kind of loud sometimes, but we just stay inside, right?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, you want to tell them about it too? Okay, go ahead. There's going to be a storm and storms and boat rides.
Storms and boat. Oh,
Yes.
the kid's got it. He's got his priorities straight. Sounds a little bit like.
Yeah, he's worried about the boat rides.
Oh, they are precious.
The boat rides go in the water, and we're worried about the boat rides, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now
Yeah, that's right, honey. That's right. They could talk all night. If you want to keep them up past their bedtime, they'll talk all night.
Well,
Yeah, that's right. Okay,
that's
buddy.
that. Well,
Let's ask any final questions of you guys. Okay?
We can obviously continue to communicate, tomorrow in the next few days
Well,
through Facebook
assuming
Live.
you have power, you have
Yeah, exactly.
Wi-Fi. Are you on Wi-Fi now? Is that how you do this, or cell?
We're on Wi-Fi right now. Sometimes the connection gets a little bit lost. Now that we've kind of boarded up, closed up, we kind of are closed in from the outside world. It's an eerie feeling,
Yeah.
To be kind of in here and not see out. And, we won't see out for probably another at least 24 hours, if not longer.
Yeah, we're just going to hunker down here and try to make the best of it.
All right. Well,
We'll
it
check
sounds
in with you after the storm and see.
like you guys are in a good place. Have your
Yes.
pillows with you tonight. It's gonna get loud. It's probably gonna get a little bit scary, but it's gonna be all right.
Yes.
But just take care of yourselves, and thank you very much for joining us. And let us know how you ride it out. Let us know how it goes.
Absolutely. Thank you for the encouragement. Thank you for having us. And we definitely will loop back around with you when we can.
Take your time.
And we sold our house maybe a month ago.
And we sold our house over a year ago.
Yeah.
In Tampa.
Then when everything gets cleaned up,
Bye-bye.
bye.